Hi friends, I'm Matt Byer with the State Historic Museum of Iowa, and today's Innovative Iowan activity is all about family trees, but with a twist. It's going to be an oak tree. But why is it an oak tree? Well, Iowa's state tree is officially the oak, decided in 1961 by the Iowa State Legislature. And this year, we're helping commemorate Iowa's upcoming 175th anniversary of statehood. And that's why we chose a quick twist on a family tree by using the oak. So what is a family tree? A family tree is a chart to help show family relations through generations. The bottom of the tree, the trunk, will show the youngest person, and old generations are higher in the tree, which creates branches. It's recommended that the family trees include 3 generations on our activity today. Young historian, people 20 to 34 years old, and people 35 years and older. Genealogy is the study of family history and origins. And if you're looking to go a little more in depth when you do this activity, here's some great tips when you do some genealogical research. Set a goal and be realistic. Choose how far back you want to go while you're doing your research for your history. This activity calls for at least about 3 generations back. Tip 2, keep your sources. Finding out information online or through family members? Remember to keep track of where the information came from to help keep organized. Try oral history interviews for more help. Look for paper records. Documents such as census records, there's birth, marriage, death records, and even newspaper archives can be found online and through our own website, iowaculture.gov. And ask about family heirlooms. Some families have objects or photographs that have been passed down through generations. These objects can provide information on people from the past, and it's always great to hold on to something that tells a story. The materials needed for today's project include a printer to print off our oak tree template and our oak leaf template, markers or pencils, a glue stick, and some scissors. So the first step is just to select who's going to be the beginning of your family tree. It can be yourself, another family member, or we might even suggest you do a famous Iowan. So look at who's out there and figure out who you want to start with. Step 2 is just research. So how will you find out the information you need to do your family tree? Is it going online to find different archives, or even asking a family member? Remember, we suggest about 3 generations. So usually yourself, a parent or a guardian, and then their parent or guardian. Or if you're looking for an Innovative Iowan or another person who's famous, check out their family tree. So step 3 after research is go ahead and make an outline. So on a piece of paper, write down your different levels of generations, and that's going to be helpful when you start filling out the leaves. Step 4 is to print with the included oak tree template and then the oak leaves template off our website. Our next step after printing the paper is we're going to take out your template and you're write down the names on your outline on here. So for example, I'm going to be my first person, so I'm going to write Matt on one leaf. My mom's name is Paula, she's the 2nd generation. And my grandma's name is Nancy. I'm going to write those on the leaves and ready to go. So the next step is to color your leaves. Now, you can be as creative as you want and choose different colors. If we're going to use a marker, I suggest going back over the names you wrote with a black marker to help them stand out. And then once everything's colored, you're going to take your scissors here and you're going to cut out those leaves and the trunk. Now, it's also fun to do other people's family trees as well. So think about doing some famous Iowans. John Reed, Henry Wallace, name a few. There's some great fascinating stories that you can do for a family tree for them. So our next step is to attach our leaves. So remember we talked about how on our family tree, you're going to put the youngest person on the bottom, which is me, and then the next person up, that's my mom, and the person on top of the tree is going to be the oldest generation, and that's my grandma. So let's get gluing and get this family tree put together. Adults, while you're doing this activity with your young historians, be sure to ask these questions. Why do you think researching people of the past is important? Why do you think newspapers are helpful when trying to find out information about the past? What are some other places or documents that provide historical information? What are some interesting facts or stories you discovered while researching for this project? Once you finish your family tree, we'd love to see your creations. So go ahead and send us some photo and an email to museum.education@iowa.gov.